Joe, there's no hiding the fact that I love a toasted sandwich. I mean, I've built a whole career out of it, and toasties are my ultimate comfort food.
I have been waiting to see you do a toastie. I've been dying to, see the master at work.
I'm so excited that I get to make this on television. This is my Mie Goreng chicken toastie. Now, I know a lot of you out there are thinking, Mie Goreng noodles in a toastie, but trust me.
In here.
You're thinking it too. But once you try it, it just absolutely works. You ready? You with me?
I am. I'm with you.
Let's do it. So, a lot of fun. We've got some chicken that I'm going to marinate in some sweet soy and sweet chili. I just love these flavours together. They make a really quick marinade. Okay. While I'm doing this, would you be able to start slicing some spring onion for me?
Of course
That's
I can.
going to go in our toastie. And I've got some jalapeno and chili-infused cheese just to pack some more flavour in there. We're getting a bit spicy. If you could grate a good whack of that, that'd be fantastic.
Done.
Lovely. So I'm going to squeeze on some of our sweet chili straight onto our chicken tenderloins. Love it. And a little bit of our sweet soy. We will add some more into our toastie as well. Sweet soy or kewpie manis, whatever people like to call it. I just call it an absolute flavour bomb.
It's like an Indonesian soy sauce, isn't it?
It's lovely. It's a bit thicker, a bit sweeter, but absolutely gorgeous. Now, I just want to give this a little toss around. I've got my skillet pan preheating, Joe, so I'm just going to throw some of our tenderloins. That's the sizzle we want to hear. Now, these only need 3-4 minutes either side, just until they're nice and caramelised.
Yeah, that's the trick, isn't it, with these, not to overcook them or they get a little tough.
Chicken tenderloins can overcook really quickly, so you want to be careful. Now, bread. I've got a gorgeous loaf of sourdough bread. That's my go-to for toasties. Now, sourdough is really good for your gut health.
It sure is. This is a fermented food, right? So, the fermentation process means that the microbes that are used to create that rise in the dough, so they're creating some gas, which gives the rise. But also, in fact, you tend to get a little bit less gluten, gluten's not a problem for most of us, but some people have a little issue. So many people report anecdotally that they find sourdough easier to digest than other types of bread. But I just think, you're getting those acids present in the bread, which gives it that very distinctive sourdough taste. But in fact, those acids are very, very good for the gut. So I'm really pleased to see you using it.
Might just get a little bit of olive oil into our pan as well, just to lubricate a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to check our... That's what you want to see, that beautiful caramelised colour. It gets me excited. And these are already cooked. So these are literally just a packet of your run-of-the-mill Mie Goreng noodles, and we've added the sachet packets to them. But I always find they don't quite have enough flavour. So can you pass me the sweet chilli and the sweet soy again?
Sure.
I'm just going to hit our noodles with a little bit more sweet chilli to the noodles. My cooking, Joe, is just about ramping as much flavour into my food as I can. So if I can get more flavour into these noodles, I'm going to do it. All right, just a little bit more.
Okay.
And then just toss that through. Stay with me, stay with me. All right, noodles are done. I think our chicken is pretty much ready to rock and roll. I might give that another minute or two. Once the chicken's cooked, we are going to be ready to build these amazing toasties. I can't wait. Joe, the chicken's ready. Let's build this toastie. I want to do a little layer of our chili jalapeno infused cheese just on the bottom.
Yum.
And then we get a couple of our lovely, sticky, caramelised chicken tenderloins.
Do you know what I'm most worried about is how my mouth is going to get around the size of this toastie.
It could be an issue. I'm going to be nice and generous. 3 beautiful tenderloins on our toastie. We top with some of our noodles.
Sorry, I'm trying to get over the idea of noodles in a toastie. But anyway,
double
go on.
carb. This is comfort food.
I'm not objecting to the carbs at all.
Okay, so a nice layer of our spicy, flavour-enhanced Mie Goreng noodles, some of our spring onions for a little bit of greenery, And
I was wondering, was that just to keep me happy?
And it also adds another burst of flavour as well. I love spring onions. Then this absolute goodness, Japanese kewpie mayo. I'm just obsessed with it. So.
Do you know, it's funny, isn't it? Everybody talks about this, that kewpie mayo is different to any other mayo. What is it about it?
Could be the MSG.
Well, that's just a salt, to be honest.
It's just nice and thick and luscious. I just absolutely love it. So a good thick layer of kewpie mayo. If you're going to put mayo on, you want to taste it. And then another layer of our cheese. Oh, yeah. And then pop on the lid.
This is a toastie like I have never seen before.
Now we need to cook it, okay? So we want a whack of good quality salted butter for that little salty goodness that we want from a good toastie. And this is organic butter as well, so you know it's good. Into our frying pan. It's time for our toastie to go into our swimming pool of butter.
I didn't want to say, Tim, but I was going to say, are we deep frying? What's happening?
A little bit ambitious, and of course you could do this in olive oil.
Yes, of course, of course.
Toastie goes into our nice warm pan. And now we just wait a few minutes either side till all the cheese is nice and melted and the bread is golden and crispy. It's done.
It's looking epic. I mean, Tim, I am intrigued. What on earth made you think about putting noodles in a toastie?
Well, Jo, 20 years ago, when I was a poor uni student...
Oh, it's a student story.
Maybe after a few too many sherbets the night before, all I had in the cupboard was noodles, cheese and bread. And this is how this toastie was created.
OK, OK. So you're telling me it was a hangover cure, basically?
Pretty much. Let's slice through. You want to hear that nice crunch. That's what you want to hear. And let's have a look.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
So you've got that beautiful moist chicken, the noodles. Let's pop it on our plate. I don't know about you, Jo, but when I think comfort food, that is what I think about. I always like to finish my toasties with a little sprinkle of salt flakes. There we go, Jo. Comfort food personified, Mie Goreng and chicken toastie. Let's taste.
Well, it was made with so much love and enthusiasm. I can't not taste it, Tim.
OK. There you go. Good luck.
Wow. OK, here goes.
Okay,
here goes.
Here we go.
Take me back to my student days. You know what? It actually works.
I told you.
Who'd have thought? Noodles in a toastie were going to work.
I've made a few toasties in my time and I've eaten a few toasties in my time, but I am not sick of them.
The crunchy outside, there's a bit of salt, there's a kick of chilli.
Bit of spice.
There's spice, the creamy mayo, and the noodles. Well, who'd have thought?
We'll go for a run later.
I'll have to. I'll have to after this. I'm getting all of my kilojoules in one bite.